Okay, welcome back. Last time we continued on our journey to get all of the gems. Basically, we have now completely finished off warp zones number 1, 2, and 3, I think? Yeah, we've now finished the first 3 warp zones in their entirety. So now, we basically have to go back to the 4th and 5th ones. However, I can't get the gem from the Sphinxinator until I actually go back and complete Tomb Raider. Because basically it has a blue gem path, so I need to be able to get the blue gem. So, we have to do this level flawlessly to get that. So, you know, hopefully we can get through this without too much difficulty. I am going to be playing a bit slower as a result. I'm just going to try to play slower and more... Basically, I'm going to try to play slow and careful, basically. And because I have everything else done in this level, because I have everything else done in this stage, I don't need to worry about hitting all the boxes here. So, hopefully, I can get through this first try with no issues, and yeah. Basically, this is me saying to myself, hopefully I can get through first try with no issues. I will probably just make a cut, with maybe just a death counter to see how many times I eventually ended up taking to do this. But I'm hoping, key term, hoping that I can actually get all this done in one, because it would be quite nice to get all this done in one. And we are now up to 79 lives, and that is where I need to be, because that's the death route. Fantastic. I love how how it even has its own little kind of symbol, like kind of Egypt-themed, like a more Egyptian-style version of it. So, okay, now that'll bring all those up. Fantastic. Because obviously I need to do a little bit of precise platforming. Also, I can probably just blow these guys up, can't I? I can just blow those guys up, which is kind of nice. Now, let's just tornado death spin here, run up here. I need to be a bit careful about those moving walls, but honestly, they are probably like at jump height, so I don't need to be worried about them anywhere near as much as I needed to be worried about them in a certain other game. Hi Sunset Vista, how are you doing today? Also, I can just blow all of those up. Now just wait for another cycle. Open the gate. That goes back down. The gate doesn't close yet. Fantastic. And now I can just wait. I can just wait this out. Because again, I am going to try... I was going to say that was very close. But I can just wait this out. And I think... That was close. But I think I should be near the end here. There it is. There's the blue gem. That is Tomb Raider done. Fantastic. Nice, got it. Simple, clean, easy, done in 3 minutes. Why did I struggle with it so much last time? And now that Tomb Raider is 100% complete, we only have two things left to do in this warp zone. And we need to go back to Future Frenzy, but that requires this secret warp zone, so I will go back for that at a later time. And now, I can do what I meant to end off the last episode with, before I realized, hey, yeah, I need to actually have the blue gem for that. So now, we can just do the Sphinxinator, and get through this, without, hopefully, key term, without too much difficulty. So, we start with a tornado death spin there. We just hop on over, hopefully don't die to this sarcophagus mummy. I guess it's technically both of those, we just rehouse those monkeys, I guess. Now just hop, skip, jump. If I was a bit smarter, what I should have done was in between episodes go back to the title screen. What I should have done was probably go back to the title screen in between episodes, and from there... because if I'd gone back to the title screen in between episodes and kind of just reloaded from there, I think I would have been able to reset the positions of all of the lives. Because I got 4 one-puff routes there, and the first time you come through, those are lives. Just like how at the start of the level, one of those boxes was a life. But but because I've already picked those up since I last kind of came through this level. Yeah, so basically, at the start here there were 4 boxes. One of those had become a Wumpa Fruit box, because the last time I came through this stage, that was a life there. So realistically, maybe I should have done that, and, you know, just secured 5 more bonus lives for me, but honestly, it's totally okay. And I saved the checkpoint box, because honestly, if I'd gotten to the end then died, I didn't really want to have to worry about that. Now, let's just kill this thing. Slide, there we go, that goes, there that goes. Honestly, I will say, these are still my favourite levels in the game, for certain, no doubt. It's definitely just the aesthetic, but I love these levels. I mean, to be fair, I think aesthetics do an awful lot for a lot of things. It's like how, in general, just the art style for things is important. Like, if I don't like a game's art style, it's going to kind of impact how much I'll enjoy the game, you know? Obviously, there are some games that have amazing art styles that, you know, I believe genuinely just greatly enhance the game, and that was close. Okay, let's hop on this blue gem. I'm gonna have to do more backtracking, aren't I? Oh, no, maybe not. Because that's a metal gem. Sorry, that's a metal checkpoint, correct? Okay, we just slide through there. Now, we slide through there, make the jump. Try to bring that under control, grab the checkpoint. No. But yeah, I do think that aesthetics and kind of visual style goes an awfully long way. I mean, some games have iconic art styles that kind of just, you see them and everyone just immediately knows them, for better or worse. Like, basically you see, like, for example, like, people will immediately recognize Jet Set Radio. People immediately recognize Jet Set Radio's art style. People immediately recognize Persona 5's art style. And they'll also recognize its games with art styles like Okami and Wind Waker. I mean, to be fair, I think the kind of general cell shading look that a lot of games went for in the early 2000s, I think in terms of, like, staying power visually, I think that, well, that wasn't great. I think that definitely has a lot of staying power for, kind of staying rooted in the memory of the player for a long time. And then there's other games where it's just like, I know, some games it just feels like you can immediately tell, like, oh, this is a game from, like, this time. And when you just look at it. And I don't know, I think that's kind of interesting. And yeah, I think generally the art style for things is one of the most important things a game can have. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with your game not having, like, a super fancy, distinctive art style. But, like, I don't know. Personally, I do like art styles and things. I'm not the most, I'm not the person who's, like, really out here just rooting for, like, yeah, we need everything to look as realistic as possible. But I don't know. Also, you know how, like, you know how people will always argue about, like, kind of importance on, like, what's most important between, like, sound, gameplay, story, graphics, all those things? Yeah, I think, like, I think I kind of go back and forth on a couple of them, but I'm fairly certain that graphics is, like, one of the, like, bottom things for me. Great. Yeah, I'm pretty sure graphics is, like, one of the least important things to me. Which is kind of weird now that now that I kind of say that out loud is a bit weird, because it's like, I don't, like, because now that I've basically just said that out loud, haven't I? Where it's like, I'm not the most, like, I don't put the most emphasis on graphics, but, like, I like a distinctive art style. Which, to be fair, they are technically, like, two different things, but I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to explain, especially when I'm, like, playing and doing other stuff. I don't know. I think my end statement should just be like, I like what I like, and I like certain video games, and I don't like other ones. But like, generally, like, that was close. But generally, I'm not someone who will just kind of look at a game and just immediately decide whether or not I love or hate a game, based solely on its art style. Because, I'll be honest, I never much cared for Minecraft visually. I also never cared much for Minecraft in any way, shape, or form. Spoiler alert, you will likely never see me play Minecraft. But, like, am I going, like, I don't think it's necessarily a bad game, it's just not one for me. Now, hopefully I can get through this without too much hassle, though. But yeah. Well, I just got vaporized. But yeah, like, I think, like, I don't know, maybe this is a weird take to have, but I think maybe, like, you know, I don't think every game, like, I just died to the same enemy again, in the same way. But yeah, I don't know, maybe every game doesn't need to be made for everyone, you know? It's like, maybe this game's just for, like, the fans of it, I guess. Obviously, I get, like, you want to be able to make the game as inclusive and make a product that everyone would like and enjoy, but I don't know. I will say, though, one of my great joys over this weekend, and from when I've been recording this, has been seeing the people that have been playing Armored Core for the first time, and you just know a lot of them are the people that would be like exclusively play Souls games, and as soon as there's like any criticism of the game would just go, we'll just get good. And just seeing those people just struggling so much, I don't know, there's just something about that brings a level of joy. I say this as someone who has also never played Armored Core. I think it looks really cool. But I don't know, I think it's kind of fun just seeing, I think it's fun seeing I just think it's been kind of fun watching it happen in real time. Also, Armored Core 6 it just looks really cool. Like, I've never played Armored Core up to this point, but I'm kind of interested in playing it. And I'm sure that the copy of Bloodborne that has been sat on my shelf since like 26... I don't remember when it was. Like, it's been on there a good few years. But I don't remember... that was close. But I don't remember exactly when I got it. I know it was Christmas one year, but I don't remember which Christmas. It was either 2015 or 2016. Like, I know I have the Game of the Year edition, if that helps. So I think it has the Old Hunters DLC. And to be honest, I have heard nothing but, like, amazing things about Bloodborne. I think in general, just the general type of game that Souls is just might not really be my thing, but hey, at some point I'll still get around to playing it. At some point I will definitely get around to playing it, because, you know, it's on the shelf, it's on the shelf, I'm playing it sometime. Okay, there's probably some games on that shelf that I'm probably never gonna play, to be totally honest. But for the most part, it's on the shelf, I'll probably play it sometime. I mean, to be honest, Alien Isolation's been on the same shelf for a very long time as well. Which, to be fair, Alien Isolation, I think I played like the first hour of it or so, and honestly, that game starts really strong. Which might sound a little bit odd, because it's like, for the first hour or so, you do not even see the alien. Like, you are under no threat for the first, like, hour or so of that game. But, like, it just does such a good job of, like, building up the atmosphere. Like, it is really good in that regard. Although, I do remember seeing a lot of kind of, I remember seeing a lot of people all saying the same kind of thing about it, though. Where it's like, yeah, it's really good, but it goes on a bit too long. Which is honestly kind of unfortunate, because... And I think I think it's kind of sad when, like, a good game kind of just outstays its welcome. Because it's like, cool, this game is great, but it's like a few hours too long, and gets to a point of being annoying. That is something that I genuinely find kind of tragic. Because it's like, okay, like, this... It's like, it's a too much of a good thing kind of thing, you know? But yeah, I'll play it at some point. I do remember in my little bit of time playing it, I do remember seeing one option on the options menu, which sounded simultaneously really fun and absolutely horrifying, where it was like, oh, you can turn on a setting and it'll be like, the alien will now, like, hear the sounds, like, in the room. So it's like if you get startled by something in the game and make a loud noise, suddenly the alien knows where you are. I think that's a really cool concept. I think that's a really cool concept, and if I saw more games using that, I think that would be such a cool thing to have. How do I get these? For real, how do I get these? Oh, I know what I need to do here. Okay, so this is after I've made a cut, because I've been attempting to do this for probably, like, I don't know, 15-20 minutes, and just dying constantly. I fell through the world like 3 times. And it's because apparently jumping backwards onto the conveyor belt just doesn't work sometimes. So apologies if my current ramble, So yeah, apologies if my current ramble is repeating what I said earlier, because obviously, you know, sometimes, because obviously I am now just kind of, I've been rambling for like another 15 minutes, I'm kind of trying to catch myself back up. But yeah, like, as far as my PS4 game shelf goes, it's like, I have a few games I still need to get around to playing. And, like, I never got around to Bloodborne, obviously, as I mentioned. Then there's Alien Isolation, still need to get around to playing that. Because, like, I remember I played the first hour or 2 of it, and then just kind of didn't get back to playing it. Not because, like, I thought the game was pretty good. Like, I think like, the opening hour or so was genuinely fantastic. Like, I think Alien Isolation has an extremely strong opening because you don't see the alien for like the first hour or so of the game. So it just builds up that tension really well. It's just like, I know it's going to appear, but I don't know when. And just like the first hour or so of just kind of wandering around for Sevastopol by yourself, just kind of in the dark, where there's like no one around and you haven't, it's like no one's around but you aren't under any form of like known threat yet. It is a really good atmospheric horror experience. So yeah, I remember that was really strong. That was a really strong start for that game. Okay, 7 left. So hopefully we can get through here without too much hassle. And also, I'm just going to blow up all of these if I can, because it may be the play. Just playing for safety now. But yeah, and then there's Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, I think? Yes, because Shadow of War was the second one, I think. And that has kind of been, like, that's been on my shelf since, like, the Christmas after it came out. And I still kind of feel bad about that game. Because, like, the Nemesis system seemed really cool, and then just, like, I think the devs, like, no, wait, I think it might have been the devs or the publisher patented it, and it's like, cool, this is a really cool concept that is never getting used again. It's like, but the Nemesis system was so cool. Like, imagine a JRPG with that. Okay, that maybe wasn't the best example, because I guess a lot of JRPGs have kind of, like, recurring rival-type fights. So that was actually maybe the worst possible example I could have thought of there. Like, there's some, like, you know, there's some bosses in RPGs that you have to fight multiple times. Okay, so Orange Asphalt's done, Flaming Passion is done, Mad Bombers is done. Okay, Bug Light it is. Off we go. Okay, so we have 2 gems here, and I think this is going to be another case where we have to run through the level twice. But we'll see what we can do. Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed that the last time I did this level, I missed 1 box. Well, in my proper run of the stage, obviously not in the relic run, because I definitely didn't hit all the relics when... Sorry, I definitely didn't hit all the boxes when I was getting the relics. But hopefully we'll be okay with this. But yeah, so... Like, I have that to play. I still need to play The Evil Within 1. Like, that's been on my shelf for a good few years. As I've heard very mixed things about the original Evil Within, though. Although, one kind of recurring negative I remember seeing people say about it was basically just the kind of letterboxing on it. That's like, you can't turn it off for some reason. Like, I remember seeing a lot of people kind of complaining about that. Like, I don't imagine it would be that much of an issue, but who knows? Because, I don't know, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if this will be an issue for me until I play it. And to be fair, I think it's enough. I think I might have played like an hour of it when it was pretty new. Like, I think I did play a little bit of it. Okay, I will come back for that. I'll come back for that gem path, and hopefully, I'm hoping I can just run through and get all of these boxes destroyed this first time through here. As you can tell, I am maybe a little concerned about it, as evidenced by the fact that I'm willing to slow myself down to make sure that I don't miss anything. Okay, that worked. But yeah, I'm a little bit concerned about that. So we have, I think it was 40 boxes in this one. So yeah, I have all those, and then there's the absolute disaster zone. That is my collection of PS2 and 360 games. Like, my collection of PS2 and 360 games, there's a lot, and yeah, as it turns out, maybe I should go back for the Firefly, I think, here. I think from here I probably need the Firefly. Oh, I made a mistake here. I made a huge mistake here. Actually, maybe I didn't. Oh, I definitely made a mistake here. Okay, if I hop over there, I can probably aim down. 36. 37, 38, 39, 40. Can I just... There was a jump there, no! Okay, but yeah, pretty much, the way I'm looking at it is just like, there's so many games I need to play. Honestly, my, especially for the 360 and the PS2, I had a very long time ago, I should just say. I did actually have plans for an entire, like, series of things I wanted to do, where I basically just asked a very simple question about certain games. A very simple question that was just, does anyone remember these games? And, some of them... Okay, I know it's in here somewhere. There we go. So now, if I double jump up, I can aim here. There we go. Now I can safely just, now I can just make this, and we should be good to go. Because now, all I need to do is aim down. Okay, you know what? I probably have time to just bounce these, probably. 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't have to... I was gonna say I have time, but I don't. But yeah, like, I had, like, an entire list of games that I planned to, like, do a series of videos called Does Anyone Remember on? And, honestly, I think I have actually mentioned this once before, But, like, basically, I managed to like, write and that was not what I needed there. That's actually worst case scenario for me here. So I think my best bet now is if I kind of destroy most of the rest of these. Okay. I think maybe that's how they want me to approach it. Okay, so... Well, that was the wrong play. Okay. If I fail this one more time, I'll just make a cut to when I eventually succeed. But yeah, I remember I wrote and, like, I kind of scripted a thing, I had it recorded and everything. If I even, like, edited it and just never uploaded it, and now, well, that was on my old PC, and as a result, obviously, that is long gone now, so, unfortunately, that's something that I will, unless I decide to ever try again with it, that's something that will likely, not ever pop up. But hey, I guess there's a little bit of knowledge, I guess. You know what, I'm just gonna double back. I'll just double back from here, because I should be in good enough stead to get all of the remaining boxes now. Oh no. I said I should be in a good enough spot to get all of these. I'm suddenly losing confidence in that. Okay. You know what, I can just spin dash to the end. Okay, safe. Made it. But yeah, so at some point I might try and make one of those again, but no promises. I could just turn them into, like, little talking bits, I guess, but whatever. I do have plans to do, like, a playthrough of at least one of the games that I was going to do an episode on for it. So, I guess in one way or another, I suppose that maybe surviving at least a little bit. Okay, there's 4 boxes gone. Okay, there's 12 left. Please tell me there's 12 and I got it correct. Fantastic. Delightful. Love that for me. Okay, so, with that, we are doing pretty well. Okay, so that is the first gem from Bug Light. However, I will actually come back for the second one. Like, I fully intend on coming back for the second one, but I have time to probably do, like, one more thing today. So, I am going to go down into the secret warp zone again, and attempt one of the relics and one of the gems. That one being Area 51? Question mark. It's like, is it Area 51? Who knows? So, basically, assuming that I am reading my timer correctly, I should probably have time for this one. This one in today's episode. Basically, my plan is quite simple. I'm going to try to stick as close as I can to the middle of the road. Because if I'm in the middle of the road, I probably have a better shot at being able to, you know, react. I think if I stick in the middle of the road, I have a better chance of being able to react to and hit all the boxes. And if I hit all the boxes, obviously, I get the gem, and if I manage to get the gem, that means I'll probably, you know, do pretty okay. And also, if I, you know, maintain pace throughout, I'll probably, maybe, even be lucky enough to pick up the relic. And if not, I can always just do a second run. And this one UFO is being an absolute menace to me. Wow. Okay, you know what? I think I've probably lost enough time now that I likely can't get. That I probably can't get the relic. So I think I'm just gonna aim as best. Yeah, I'm just gonna slow myself down a bit and aim as best as I can to get the gem, and then I'll just do a second run immediately after this, where I just focus on kind of just getting through as fast as I can and hopefully getting the relic. So, I mean, obviously, in an ideal world, I'd manage to get them both done in the same go, but, you know, I'd rather I would rather do it in 2. I know, I'd rather, like, guarantee it in 2 than, like, rush and mess up both. I say that, but honestly, I just have a sneaking suspicion I'm gonna miss one box. Like, I don't know why, it's just, like, there, it is just there in the back of my mind, just like, I'm gonna miss one. I just knew it, I'm gonna miss one. Because, well, I always do. Okay, we have 7 left. Okay, let me slow down there. Okay, so... No, I missed one. Okay, I am going to restart that, because obviously I missed one. Okay, so... my general strategy going into this is to try to stick as close as I can to the middle of the road. This way, basically, I can just move a little bit left or a little bit right, and that should hopefully be enough to bring me all the boxes. But, no promises, and hopefully, in an ideal world, I'll manage this first try and just get all the boxes and the relic. I am not particularly confident about that happening, but we'll see how it goes, because, anything could happen, you know? And with that fall into a pit, I think I'm pretty confident in saying there goes my chance at getting the relic. Or at least a high-grade relic, but whatever. Either way, I guess I'll just try to slow myself down a little bit. Yeah, I'll just slow down a little bit and just go for all of the boxes. Because as long as I get the boxes, that is good enough for me. Because, hey, as long as I get out of the level with something, that's fine. And, because, sometimes that's all you need. Okay. Okay, it only played the sound once, so I was a bit concerned there. Okay, there's 13. We're more than halfway there, which is nice for me. Also, I now have 75 lump fruit and 75 lives, so that's kind of fun. So we have 11 boxes left to get. And if I was... And, yeah, on the relic timer, I have, like, 20 seconds or something. So, I don't think the relic is looking possible from where I currently am. But that's fine. I am more than content to just, slow myself down and take a few losses. And then just, play you know, take a few losses, play a bit more carefully, and kind of guarantee a jam. I say guarantee a jam, I know my luck. I know my luck. I'll still miss it. Okay, we have 6 boxes left. So, we just hop there. Okay, we got all the boxes. Fantastic. Okay, so, with that, we now cash out the gem. And now, I run it back one more time for the relic. Because, well, 2 minutes, 2 seconds is kind of bad. I'm not even going to save that. But now I can go back in. Now I can just go back in, secure the relic, and get out. And then I don't need to do Area 51 again, which will be, honestly, a massive help to me. Because as I've mentioned every single time, yeah, I just don't like the racing levels very much. I don't think they're very fun. Okay, so, this time I got this. I just need to finish in, I think it said 1 minute 53? Or was it 1 minute 58? I know it was just shy of 2 minutes. So, hopefully I can get through without too much issue. Oh, and hopefully these UFOs won't be a giant hassle for me. I mean, I'm no expert, but I feel like generally in time trials, typically, I feel like in time trials you don't typically end up in these situations, you know? Okay, that is really good. That is about as perfect as that could have gone. Fantastic. We are off to a great start this time. So, let's hopefully keep this up. Okay, that slows us down. Oh, slows us almost to a dead stop, to be totally honest, but you know what? We are making it. We are getting there. I don't know how far through this I am, but you know what? That was very generous of the game in there. Now, I do appreciate that one UFO going all out of its way to try to stop me and then actually just not hitting the other crates and going through them. But now I'm feeling pretty confident. I have like 40 seconds or something, and I don't think I'm too far from the end. Key term, I don't think I'm too far from the end. It's like, I could still very easily choke this and lose. I just missed one box. I think it was just 1 second though, so I don't think that's too bad. That was almost a disaster. You know, Nelly just got shoved off into a pit. But now, I think this is the final stretch, so this is looking pretty good for me now. That should do it. Fantastic. 148.68. Okay, 149.16. But whatever, we get the relic and we are out of here. With the Ghoul's relic as well. Very nice. Okay, so with that, let's just get on out of here. Because with that, I'm done for today, I think. Yeah, this one, so I'll be honest, this episode is now coming up on an hour of recording, and I'm going to probably, I think I'll probably manage to cut this down to probably like 40 minutes or something, but yeah, this episode was rough for me, I'm not gonna lie, but we should be able to finish off the entire game next time, because all I have left to do is get one gem in Bug Light, which is over here. So we have the one gem there, we have a gem in Rings of Power, and I think... oh, and the 2 secret stages. And then, after that, we just have to go and fight Cortex again. Like, I am just about done. Like, I'm just about done with the game. So, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all next time for what should be the final episode of Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.